All right, so obviously those two didn't make it, and it's disappointing. I'm excited to see who they go after, because obviously 100 Thieves has a team of super proven talented players.
Well, see, but that's the thing. Like, yes and no. Well, some have been proven. There's just different types of proven, because you have proven from a standpoint of like, all right, you have Enable. He's proven across 10 different titles, 10 different years.
Yeah.
But then you have people like Kenny and Pharaoh who really are proven last year, just for 1 year. There's different scales and levels to it for sure. But yeah, I mean, they're all champions. Like, it's not easy to win a tournament. They've all won a tournament, or multiple tournaments.
Yeah, multiple. I mean, Slasher, Octane, with LG. So
I don't know, but they're going to make a change. I mean, obviously something's wrong.
Who do you think goes?
If I had to guess, Kenny or Pharaoh.
I say the same thing. Exact same thing.
I think Kenny was the one under a lot of fire, but I also think I personally see Kenny as having more potential than Pharaoh, so I would probably say Pharaoh. But I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm close enough to some of the guys I could probably dig.
Yeah, you catch a lot of flack for making comments like, well, not a comment, but having your opinion on certain things. Like me asking you the question that I just did was not setting you up, but it was sort of a leading question to this one. Right, because everybody does, right? And at one point, and Aches and I have been talking in DMs because I want him to come on, because I want to have like just a conversation. He needs to be heard, right? Because he's got everybody vilifies Aches for being how he is. But there's a side of his story, and I intend on getting it. But you do catch a lot of flack.
I understand the flack. I just don't think it should be directed at me necessarily, but I get it. So the core of the issue is I just have to wear too many hats.
Yeah.
So like if you look at let's look at a sports broadcast. Like if you have someone like their main commentators, like I mentioned, like Joe Bucks, Al Michael, they're not also your Skip and Stephen A. Like there's so many personalities, so many shows that those people kind of have their niche, right? And that's what they do. But with where we are in esports, I'm a host for Hot Mic, I'm a commentator for the matches, and I'm also, basically like a Stephen A for Trading Shots. So I have to wear all those hats. So I have to have an opinion. I have to also commentate. So I think some players have been frustrated sometimes because I'm seen as like the main commentator for it, but then also rip into people. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's my job. I mean, I don't have a choice.
Not only that, but
I'm not going to go there and be like, oh, I don't have any opinion on that. That'd be real super entertaining. It's like, I have to. Now, do I hope that there is a day sometime where I can just be a commentator, or I can just be the guy that goes in and argues? Because I think I'm pretty good at both. But but that's just not how it is right now. So don't come at me. That's just my job. I'm not internally pushing like, dude, God, just put me on every single thing. Like I got to do it all. That's what they asked me to do. So I do it.
I would push to be on every single thing.
I love doing that stuff. I do, but like I do understand complaints. Like I've had moms come at me, like parents, grandparents, just players, because like I'll rip into their player about sucking at a tournament, and they come at me about stuff like, you shouldn't be saying that stuff.
On Twitter or in person?
Twitter.
Okay.
No one's come up to me in person.
Yeah.
I either have parents that love me or parents that hate me. Like I follow some of them, and like I see their tweets, and that part of it cracks me up. I get it. My dad, man, when I was playing sports as a kid, I mean, he almost drop kicked some of my coaches. And he gets so pissed at people. So I get it. It's like they love their kids. They want them to do well. They don't like seeing them roasted. So I understand it. But I've had parents come at my throat, and it cracks me up.
Obviously, you're getting into. I mean, you're semi into content creation, obviously with your streaming. Any thoughts into going the full way, and also in parallel to streaming, bumping up your YouTube channel?
I've thought about it. I mean, that's what's sort of tough because I've seen enough potential with it to know that if it was my full-time thing, that's all I had to put my time and effort into. I know I'm a humorous, charismatic person. I know I could do pretty well with it. But I guess I'd have to, sort of like the transition for like Jack, let's say, it was kind of easy because there was, he transferred with Optic, there was salary involved. Like there was a bit of a
cushion.
Cushion support system. So like, would I consider it at some point? Yeah, but like the problem I have is I'm paid well to commentate. I really, really like to commentate. So right now, at least, I see it as I can commentate. I can be really, really good at that, and also just view the content creation stuff as just extra cash. Basically, me just doing Twitch and stuff is just extra money in my pocket. I don't need to pour my soul into it. I can do what I'm capable of and just get the extra money. But are there times where I wonder how it would go if I just went 100% in? Yeah, I mean, of course. It's not realistic for me with the with the commentating thing too. Just with the travel and stuff, like with streaming, like if you're not consistent with it, like you take days off, you take weeks off, you are screwed. Like I had vacation and I had a week off for the Pro League qualifier. I lost like all of my subs. I basically had to start over. My viewership went to third. It's tough.
But that's what I'm saying though. Now, if you add this the YouTube side of things to that, now you have this cushion because YouTube is video on demand as opposed to live. So I think YouTube is a little bit more forgiving when it comes to content creation.
I've thought about doing that instead of streaming.
Like
I've actually thought about one or the other more. Like because that way, at least, let's say I'm going to go to 2 weeks in Mexico with Kat, like I just did. At least then I could prep a bunch of videos or like do some YouTube videos there where streaming's not as realistic. So I've thought about doing that instead because that might be a little bit more suited to my lifestyle and what Kat wants to do.
The reason I ask, and look, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of pro players, and I mean that a lot, and content creation may not be for all of them, but I don't think that they understand the value that building your own brand brings to your overall value in the whole ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a solid fan base where you can be like, all right, look, I'm applying for this job, but not only am I going to do this job, but I'm also going to promote it on my already well-established platform that,
it's just, for me, it's just, it's a financial thing for the most part. I mean, yes, like the leverage side of it, I mean, the way I've always gotten paid more as a commentator or like moved up is outside offers come in and like people don't see this stuff, but basically every time I've had to negotiate internally is because I probably turn down now, if I had to guess, at least interviews or actual offers or I don't know, 5 to 10 times over the course of the past couple of years. And I just always bring it to CWL, MLG. I'm like, hey, I have this offer. I'm considering doing this. What can we do? And that's how you work stuff out. So with the streaming side, like as more and more money comes in, like I like the potential there because I could always just kind of use that, I guess, as leverage on the other side for commentating and be like, listen, like make me happy here. Otherwise,
it's an augment. It's but it's not an unfair request. And the people who pay you won't see it as an unfair request because you're doing the extra work. You're not just going home and kicking back and watching.
It's good for them too. Like my brand growing is good for the CWL. Of course, like how is that bad? If some people tune in just because they've been watching my personal stream, win for both sides.